It is honestly very difficult to describe my excitement going into the chapter Black Clover this week. This chapter was honestly very amazing, and it really did bring everybody together and show everybody that Tabata is very good with the pen. Tabata knows exactly what he was doing the entire time, and if anybody had doubted him throughout the arc, they honestly should kind of say sorry to him right about now. This chapter was very amazing, and that reveal at the end was just excellent. He did such a good job with that reveal, and it wasn't even like a forced thing. Like, now looking back, there's so many different signs to the fact that Julius was what he was. And, a lot of people had already been saying that that was the case, but now we're finally getting the full confirmation that that was what was going on. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the chapter. So this week's chapter actually starts off with us getting the confirmation that Yuno's mom is actually still alive and she's still here, and Yuno gets to directly meet her. And it's honestly a very cool meeting. She's saying, I'm just so glad that you're safe, and then she's just remarking as to how he's so big now, how he's grown up so much since the last time that she saw her. And it's very cool seeing them interact, and Yuno's honestly speechless. He doesn't even know what to really say to her. And after this, we get some other people on the sidelines saying, like, are you going to return to the Spade Kingdom? Like, we really need you right now. The Kingdom right now is definitely in shambles, so they're going to need some type of leader, some type of ruler to try and bring order to everything that's going on. But flat out says it, no hesitation. He says it to them up front that, his home is really the Clover Kingdom, and he has a vow with Asta, of course, to see which one of them will become Wizard King. So he's not going to be going to the Spade Kingdom like some people thought. He's definitely still going to be in the Clover Kingdom, since that's really his home. That's where he's always been. So it wouldn't make much sense for him to really abandon that and go to the Spade Kingdom, no matter, the fact that he is technically the prince there. After this, we cut to Asta and Liebe, and they're basically just sitting on a rooftop, and they're just talking about, the different stuff that happened during their fights in the Spade Kingdom. And Asta's basically just saying that, he's very thankful to Liebe for giving him the chance to see his mother through his memories, and he's very happy that he was able to finally see her. And he's basically saying that, he doesn't hold a grudge against her at all. He's just happy that he finally knew that she did love him and she did really want to see him grow up, but it's just, the card she was dealt, she was not able to. So he's just happy that he was able to see her and get confirmation that she did want to be in his life, but sadly couldn't due to the hand that she was dealt. And then, of course, Liebe talks back to Asta, basically saying, nah, that's my line. And he's basically saying that he's very glad to Asta for giving him a chance to avenge her death and get back at Lucifero for taking her away from him in the first place. That was technically his mother. There's no other way to look at it. That was really his mother. She treated him just as if he was her kid. So he saw his mother get brutally taken away from him like that. So he's just glad that he was able to finally get his revenge and get back at Lucifero for doing what he did. And there's a very cool, another cool panel after this where we see Liebe smiling and saying that, it's finally time for me to get your dream to come true. So he's basically just saying, he's going to make sure he helps Asta become the Wizard King. And it's very cool. I love their partnership together. It makes so much sense. And it's so cool seeing them fight together, and how Asta seemingly has like another brother other than Yuno at this point. He has Liebe to look after him, and he has Yuno to look after, and he's gonna have both of them kind of helping him out throughout the future. At least, things would be great and all happy if what happened at the end of the chapter didn't happen, but we'll get into that very soon, because it's at this point that we finally get into the final couple things of this chapter. And after that, after we get the panel of Asta and Yuno both saying that they're going to become the Wizard King, we cut straight over to Damnatio, and he's basically in the Wizard King office, or he's in like the palace, and we see a younger Julius sitting there, and he's just thinking, thank you, Matt, Marks, for your hard work. And he's saying that he's thankful that the battle in the Spade Kingdom was ended and that everything is seemingly fine, but he's saying that something just isn't adding up. And then we, as the reader, are probably thinking like, whoa, what's going on, Julius? Like, are you okay? Like, what are you talking about? And he's basically saying that he's had this like feeling of uneasiness for a long time now, even before I'm thinking like the fight in the Spade Kingdom. And then we see Damnatio come into the room after knocking, and He's basically saying, oh hey Julius, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. He then sets down a bunch of documents about the different devil hosts that have been in the kingdom, and he's saying that, this is over 20 years of documents of the different hosts and different devils in the kingdom. And he's saying that looking through all of these documents here, there isn't really a mention of the Supreme Devil Magicula being in the Clypoth or, any of the top ranking devils. And he's saying that the underworld has 3 rulers: Lucifer of gravity magic, Beelzebub of spatial magic, and Astaroth of time magic. He starts to theorize that perhaps it was Magicula that took the place of Astaroth in the underworld because for some reason or the other, Astaroth disappeared. And while this is all going on, we get like these very eerie panels of the inside of Damnatio's mind, and he's basically saying like, I'm still unsure, so please tell me I'm wrong. He's saying like, please tell me this isn't the truth. Please tell me that like there's something going on and that I'm wrong about something here. And at this point, Damnatio blatantly says to him that, I don't know if I'm right or not, but there's only really one person throughout the entire history of the entire world that has had time magic. And then Julius just outright says, he's like, you're right, it really is me. And we see this horrifying look on his face, and we see Damnatio instantly just get like this feeling of dread on his face. And Julius is like, Damnatio, quickly, you gotta, he's probably gonna say, you gotta get out of here. And before any of that can happen, we see Julius basically age up or become bigger, and he touches Damnatio, and that's literally it for Damnatio. He's actually gone. And I guess this plays into all the people that keep complaining that there isn't any deaths in Black Clover. So there you go, guys. Damnatio was literally instantly murdered. Just one hit KO. He's out. He's gone forever now. But it's honestly very insane. And on the side panels of the chapter, we see it saying, the final act and everything. And this is honestly a very crazy reveal. I didn't see this happening so early. Like I'd always thought there was something weird going on with Julius, but like I didn't think he was gonna reveal it right here and right now. But after this happens, after Julius or Lucius, we're going to learn that his name is, seemingly liquefies or does whatever he does to Damnatio. Damnatio is gone. After he does this, we see the other devil that had left with the heart of Lucifer. We see him show up, and he's basically like, oh hey, everything happened basically exactly how you said it would. And then we see Lucius turn around. He's like, time's up. And I saw another translation where he said that I'm full of time right now. But either way, we get to see like this weird smile, like that Socrates smile of all the siblings have, and it's just a sinister smile. And then the chapter ends, and we get like one of the coolest reveals in the entire show. And honestly, like it just gave me goosebumps when I had first seen this panel. It's so good. With that, the chapter ends completely, and we also get a message at the end basically saying that Black Clover is going to be on a very extended hiatus, and this hiatus is going to last 3 months. So first of all, this is the final arc of the series that's going to be coming up, so this will be it. After this, the series will be over, on top of the fact that we have to wait 3 months for that final act to start. So it's going to be a little bit until like we finally get to see the ending of Black Clover. But I honestly didn't see this coming. I thought Black Clover would have like a couple more arcs before it ended, but I guess this is going to really be it. There's even a very heartfelt message at the end of the chapter with Tabata basically saying that, hey, I really wish, I could have just jumped right into the ending, but, everybody's saying, it's better for me to basically die down, get some rest, and really, plan out this last chapter, which I feel Tabata really does deserve. He really does deserve a long extended break to really, relax himself and, to get his mind off of different things, do some other stuff, and then, really polish and make the best ending that he possibly can. But honestly, I just gotta say, this is one hell of a chapter, and it was just so good. It's such a cool reveal. And honestly, I'd like to talk about about Broku. He's been saying that it's very likely that he was the 4th Zogrates sibling for a long time now. He's been saying that for a long time, and he always comes with really good theories. But I feel like a lot of people, like especially on Twitter, they kind of like downplay him or always say that he's wrong, always say that his opinions are trash. But like he really has like a very good track record. It's honestly odd how like anytime people doubt him, he ends up showing them that they're wrong, or like that he was right in the end, and like people still doubt him. But like I'd honestly like, just everybody to, go subscribe to him if you are watching this, Broku, and go check out his Twitter too. Honestly, like I feel like he is like one of the best people with Black Clover. I love reading all his tweets, all his theories. A lot of them have been right. Like I only can remember like a couple times where he was wrong about certain stuff, but it's just very interesting. And I don't know how he always predicts all this stuff. Like I had a feeling that there was something up with Julius. I just didn't think that like he was the fourth sibling, and so he said it, and he made it very apparent, like the different reasons as to why that would be the case. But honestly, just go follow him and go check him out. I will probably also be making a video in like the next couple days, kind of just going over like a lot of the different people, or like a lot of the different theories that people had like coming into this chapter, like the clock theory. And I'll just be basically just talking about like a bunch of different stuff that was kind of showing that Julius was likely the fourth sibling. And but let me know what you guys thought of the chapter this week. Did you like it? I honestly thought it was a 10 out of 10 chapter. I love the chapter, and I just can't wait till we finally get back into Black Clover. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe because it really does help me out. And I really do appreciate everybody that even gives this video a watch. No matter how long it is, it really does help out, and I do appreciate it. But thank you for watching, and peace out, guys.